Welcome everyone to Doki Literature Club, which is on Steam, which seems like something that intrigued me because I love anime, and this is full of anime girls. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it. And if you guys like this, I'm probably gonna try to get with. I'm not really sure how the game works, but I think there's different storylines with each character, and I want to try to do each character. So we're just gonna see how that goes. I'm gonna start with one. If you guys like this series, or if you guys like it and you want me to do more, let me know in the comments of the video these videos, and I'll do more. And if I like it enough, I'll do it. I'll do more with the other characters, and may upload it depending if you guys like it or not. So without further ado, let's just get started with the new game. Hey! I see a Norn girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would always sleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sat in idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me.
Ha 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 ha! I overslept again! But I caught you this time!
Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you.
You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean.
Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something.
Fine. But you did wait for me after all.
I'm gonna do different voices for all of them. Try to, anyway.
I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say.
We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, she's becoming increasingly speckled with other students making a daily commute.
By the way, have you decided on a club to join yet?
Club? I told you already, I'm already not interested in joining any clubs. I've been looking either.
That's not true. You told me you were joining a club this year.
Did I?
I'm sure it's possible that I did.
In one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime.
Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize without having any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I had the thought of you becoming a knee in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you.
Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. I promise though.
Will you at least promise me you'll try a little?
Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
I'm sorry, I can't do this without laughing. Why did I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stay blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club.
Hello! Sayori!
Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom.
I thought I'd catch you coming out the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed.
You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club.
Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know.
Know what?
Well, that you could come to my club.
Sayori,
Yeah?
there's no way I'm going to your club.
Meanie!
Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was aware that she had any interest in literature. Like, I'm 99% sure she only did because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club.
Come on, please!
Why do you care so much anyway?
Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything.
Don't make promises you can't keep. Can't tell Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I'll let her out alongside. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay?
Yes, let's go!
And thus today marks the day I sold myself for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door.
Everyone, a new member is here!
I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room.
Welcome to the Literature Club, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Sayori says nice things about you.
Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, potato shell, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club.
All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls.
What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Sigh. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly in a mirror and then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is
Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that.
Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature, and Tibbet seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. It sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. It's great to see you again.
Monica smiles sweetly.
We do know each other well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year.
Monica was probably the most popular girl in the class, my beautiful athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited.
Yeah, I can't do 3 different girl voices, so I'm just gonna do this one.
Then how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, we are!
Natsuki lifts the 4 off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, the little piece of chocolate we used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Yeah, well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one fruit, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious!
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn a cupcake around in my fingers looking for the best angle to take a bite. That's like the only way to eat a cupcake though, if you think about it. Natsuki is quiet. Can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. She waited for me to take a bite. I finally bite down. Tasting a sweet and full of flavor, I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like
Haven't I heard this somewhere before?
made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did say yourself.
Well, maybe. But not for you, you know, you dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returned to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Hey, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Hey, that's not...
Insulted Yuri looks away.
I meant that, you know,
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me.
So what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. That's okay, don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Were you leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Joey also wants an agreement.
I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It makes schools events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls aren't interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. That's actually the only thing I read, to be honest. If you didn't know that about me. I can't read actual books, they're just too boring, so I buy manga and just read that. Because I also love anime, as I said already. I might have cried to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. She probably reads manga. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? Spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces around the teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling good stories such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things, stories with deep psychological elements using usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. Just really got something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having conversation with a rock.
Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you.
I guess you could say that.
But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. True horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, why's that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over from me for a split second.
Never mind. That's how you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What?
What gives you that idea?
There's a piece of scrap paper behind
Last club meeting. Looks like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! You give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as good as you are. So you're
I can't.
settles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. It's not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No,
Natsuki averts her eyes.
you wouldn't, like, I'm not a very confident writer yet.
If I mess up the voices sometimes, forgive me.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing the love of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example of how Natsuki feel more comfortable enough to share hers.
Hurts my throat to do that voice. I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sat in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri,
Looked quizzically at Monica.
let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right?
Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry, may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry, I thought.
You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sorry wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey,
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment? Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class of Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chat here and lots of people clean up their food.
Hey, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayer and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs.
Sure, might as well.
I realized I just messed that up.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make most of my circumstances and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Please tell me I don't actually have to write that myself. I don't want it. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good night. I want, where though? I already forgot her name though. Anna. Oh, so they jump. The higher they jump, the more that one person. Okay. I see. Heart. Oh, damn it. Sunny. Fuck. Damn it! I'm trying to get the middle one. There we go. Ah, damn it. There we go. Damn it. No. Fluffy. Cause it said she likes cute things, so I'm trying to pick all the cute things here. Damn it. Damn it. There we go.
Hi again! Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this wasn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst in literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack.
You know, she's like... She acts weird, but she's sweet, which is why I'm picking her. Or trying to, at least.
Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
I called it. She had manga. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. He always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting and you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Oh come, you two can become good friends too. Sayori.
As usual, Sayori seemed oblivious to a weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not.
What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation.
Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace.
I look forward to hearing
what you think.
Not everyone's settling in. I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the book, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Say Yuri and Monica having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help. Sorry, yawn. I can't help but notice her insect impressions like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
Ugh!
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there?
Frickin' Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga?
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How do you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a long volume manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feeling. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way on my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you're gonna go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. I'll tell you one thing. Consider this a lesson
Straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first one of her fairy girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. Stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Literally the, picture when you first open this game. It's exceedingly mo.
Don't just stand there.
Ooh-ah. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the girl next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. She's all
Don't just say that. You're making me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again edges closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. That just helps you get to know the characters. Besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts.
Oh, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well...
Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something.
Yeah... Why does that matter?
Doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's... just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in the manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable.
Definitely not coincidence. Guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. So, of all the hobbies to pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Excuse me? The camera just changed like to a wave. Okay. We read on for a few more minutes. I can't get over her staring at me like that. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read.
Well... I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Are you sure your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, hey, you still haven't gone to have that yet? Makes you want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort of French fans who don't judge, much less fans who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Satsumaka was kind of a jerk about it. Oh, guys just can't win, can I? Well, paid off in the end, didn't it? solves any of my problems.
Maybe. At least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So... Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky, but it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usually bossy tone, but if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. Being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little myself.
Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gone to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said.
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is that really alright? I said it mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. If it gets bent, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Well, am I more scared what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put myself and carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Can't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait.
Sayori is on a wrinkled shade of loose leaf torn from the spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I really have to... Let's just do Monica first.
Yes?
Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem and I want her to know I'm putting in effort.
Hi. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess...
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we're all going to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like it.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, no. This kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes there's only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. I could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but it'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh my god, I can't. Oh no. It couldn't have been me. See the direction, the sparkle something. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. If you're inside for a clue, no, I can't see I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina is already. Okay, I'm just gonna let you guys read this because I'm very bad at reading. I can't really read this that well.
So, what do you think?
It's very freedom, it's what you would call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay.
Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays.
That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What's the inspiration behind this one?
I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
I can't say that word.
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on a paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your poem in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Nah, I have to do 3 more with the voice. Once I finish the poem part, that's probably gonna be end of part 1 for Natsuki's storyline. Cause this voice hurts my throat. I'm doing it for this long, it's.
Oh my goodness! This is so good!
Eh?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori? You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. I sure you don't like it just because I wrote it.
Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's your poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
Hey, I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm staying in front of you in the club room. And well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only real good people could do. Thanks, Sayori.
I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much it means to her and all.
Yeah! I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Yay!
We'll see about that. Oh god, dear sunshine. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. But it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad, I want breakfast. Sayori. It's just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
At least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds like just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
Yay! This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Okay, let's do it. I want to do not to be lost because... Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh! Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making
sure. I guess that might be after reading through it.
Oh, so it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I can't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and I haven't been through them myself. I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes.
Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and bonding them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. I might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Doki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased how?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for it. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, is this supposed to be a literature club? Okay, I'll try to read it. Go listen to it. The tendrils of my hair illuminate with the amber glow, bathing It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green something of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you long.
But it took you a long time to read.
Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem, even though its story was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short.
I usually
write longer poems.
not at all.
I'm really glad you like it, I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost theory?
Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, I never will let go of the past, and soon be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. What makes me happy that you think that? Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Now, well, my waifu. Ugh.
Okay, we'll start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind, I don't feel like giving my opinion.
Because you thought it was a cute poem and you liked it. And then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said.
Well, I'd be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, huh, well it's not like that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Let's see where your story gets caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure you never actually said that? I say that mostly myself. I was thinking you must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that you liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Grr, fine, I guess. Only because Monica won't make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's... Okay, like, this poem, it's just like, and every animal could do something, but humans, we can't do anything, we suck. That's how I see it, it's like, people suck, but every other animal, they're amazing, they could do anything.
Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple
writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but not to be so proud that I won't take it away from her. Oh my god. I can't do this voice much longer.
Phew.
Guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities, even if they're just being nice. There's no way my phones can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. A costume Sayer and Minecraft are happily chatting, my eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gentulation sheets for sharing their respective poems. As I read and tag, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Eh?
Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? I mean, you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and he did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the effort. I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Potato Chip, and he likes my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that he appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger. As soon as he started showing up. Natsuki!
I'm sorry, that's just funny. Oh, let me collect myself. I'm sorry, I'm crying, that's just funny. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh, hold on, let me glue up my eyes here. Oh my god. Oh, that was funny.
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me.
Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Hey, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right? Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. for whomever I quiz, they'll probably think more highly of me. I have to choose. Now, I want Natsuki. I don't give a shit about Yuri right now. I want Natsuki right now. And if I do, help me say Yuri. I'm not choosing either side. Yeah, I'm just gonna choose it. Yuri, you're really talented. Wait.
Well...
But Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that.
Yeah! I did, didn't I? Shows how much you know. That's not... Natsuki.
Natsuki. I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me.
Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder, Sayori smiling vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for noticing.
She finally noticed that, barely audible. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either.
Well, if you say so. Hey! It's not like you need to apologize for me. Sheesh.
Natsuki takes a breath.
Think about...
Natsuki glances around the room.
Would everyone stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a hard time at distance. She goes to Sayori and Monica look away.
Anyway, the thing about your boobs.
The thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it. What the fuck? Oh, this is just too funny. Oh my god. Okay.
That's all.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with him.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori. I'll go make some tea.
I was just trying to help.
I'm sure she appreciated it. There's Sayori. I passed Sayori on the shoulder. Now that we're past that, everyone's ready.
Everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone. Especially you. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from lazing around we got a little too used to. Last much morning, the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we're all relaxed for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room, so maybe we can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Eh? About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun. Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, because it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. How about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about.
Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with newfound determination.
Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go.
Sayori beams at me. really has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? About what happened earlier.
Eh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
You know, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too, that's me. Every day is going to be so much fun.
Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. Pas Sayori, I'm sure. I said that more to myself to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see this. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Okay.